morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review. You know, this is how we do it every weekday, where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J, and I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochimi Orilua, son of the prophetess, the man where is Mbuweke.
The sponsor for this show is Nokpa Abals and King Victor Nigerian Enterprises. Nokpa Abals that produces Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Flusher, Abba Tonic, Abba Flusher, and Abba Powder. And don't forget that King Victor Nigerian Enterprises sells all kind of foodstuffs. Talking about rice, chicken, turkey, frozen foods, and all other foodstuffs that you can get for the Christmas festive. And let me tell you something, there is promo going on at Shop 2 Awolowo Market, Shagamu, Ogun State. King Victor is doing promo currently. So please go there and get your foodstuffs. Today, I'll be starting with Punch newspaper as usual. Robbers kill finance director in bullion van ambush. Ayedatia returns to Ondo Head Excos meeting today. Supreme Court backs CBN, cancels old Naira deadline. Lagos promised to improve technical education. Then on Vanguard newspaper, 2024 budget, Tinubu seeks NAS approval for 27.5 trillion naira. Neymar's partner, Biancadi, announces split 1 month after welcoming first child. Lagos releases 20,000 bags of eco rice, pegs 50 kg at 43,000 naira, 25 kg for 22,000 naira. Day-long extension for Israel Hamas truce agreed. Then on Daily Post newspaper, bandits abduct 8 persons from Kaduna community. Bench warrant. Abia panel knocks pleas for demanding mobilization fee. Yoruba language under threat of extinction. Afenifere sent message to governors. Support federal government's effort for insecurity to stop. Akpabio urges Nigerians. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We're going on a short commercial break now. When we're back, we'll talk more on some of the headlines. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
Nokpa for management of power.
King Victor Nigerian Enterprises say make I give una this informate una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil, and one the major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. And vanilla that is shisodo wabai, you feed the collect market, they pay for ram small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò àtàwọn oníbàárà wa non jẹ́rìí sí wípé King Victor Nigerian Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Make una dey come to Shop 2 Awolowo Market, Shagamu, Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. King Victor Nigerian Enterprises, fast and trusted.
That's our sponsor for the show, Nokpa Abals and King Victor Nigerian Enterprises. You're welcome back from that short commercial break. So let's start with our Supreme Court backs CBN cancels old Naira notes. Deadline. I said it. I know it's going to happen because the CBN are really trying hard, to convince people that we can still spend these old Naira notes, even with the fact that they've put a deadline on it. But then, scarcity of old Naira notes have started in some states in Nigeria, from let's say Edo State, Imo State, and some part of the Southwest. But I don't know why Nigerians keep seeing this as an opportunity, to make more money.
You see, let me tell you this, the federal government and the CBN knew what they are supposed to do. In the sense that if the old Naira note is going to be cancelled or taken out of the face of the country, They know how to go about it. We have some of these old Naira notes in the banks out there. So any one of the old Naira note that has been taken to bank should be seized and be taken to the CBN. CBN should do whatever they like to the old Naira note and release the new Naira note. And it is not that the CBN are not releasing the new Naira note. Why are we not getting it from the bank? Because some of the bank's officials were using this money to trade. When you go to party today, you go to bank. You go to bank. Tell them you want new Naira note. They will tell you they don't have it. But when you go to party today, you see a lot of people out there carrying the new Naira notes, telling you, do you want to?
All these money changers.
All these money changers. Where do they used to get the money from? Are they going directly to the CBN to get those money? They go to all those commercial banks to get it. It is because of the bank manager, what they are going to profit from the money. That is why they don't give it out to the customer. They will rather give it out to somebody that they are going to profit from.
Well, the Central Bank of Nigeria on Wednesday directed all banks to continue to issue and accept both the old Naira and redesigned 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira notes until further notice. It noted that the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira would no longer be withdrawn from circulation from December 31st. The Apex Bank announced this in a statement by its acting director of corporate communications, Ali Sidi Akama. The directive was in response to yesterday's ruling by the Supreme Court, which lifted the December 31st deadline for the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira notes. So for all these traders that are keeping the new notes, waiting for December 31st so that you can collect the old Naira notes from people and start telling them, okay, if you want to buy 500 Naira goods, you are paying 1000, just like the time of Emefiele, the first quarter of this year.
Yeah, expectation is cut short now. What the Bible says was that the expectation of the righteous. So unfortunately, they are not righteous enough for them to have.
Well, the Punch also reports that the federal government, through the Office of Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi San, approached the Supreme Court yesterday morning praying for a review of the Apex Court verdict of March 3 that the old 200 Naira notes, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira should be legal tender till December 31st. The March 3 order followed an earlier move by the CBN under its former governor, Godwin Emefiele, to withdraw the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira notes from circulation in February this year. But stopping the earlier planned withdrawal, the Apex Court described it as hasty and ordered that the old notes should remain in circulation till December 31st. However, the CBN, under its new governor, Yemi Cardoso, said it no longer wished to withdraw the old notes from circulation. As a result, the federal government, through the AGF, approached the Apex Court to review the March 3 order. The federal government prayed for an order of its honorable court unveiling its consequential order contained in the judgment in suit number SC CV 162-2023, delivered on the 3rd day of March 2023, to the effect that all 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira notes should be legal tender until 31st of December 2023.
That's a welcome idea. This is what they are supposed to have announced or to have done in the past. So for those people that are trying to keep those money, you know, there's a time for you to bring it out and begin to spend. Good luck to the whole Nigerians.
Well, I feel we should talk about these money changers too, because sometimes, you know, I know they do get the money from the bank officials in huge amount of money, like they use money to buy money. But even with that, sometimes when they come to the party, maybe because they feel it is a celebration time and you will need to spray money in the party. If you recall, I said something that there's nothing that had advantage that does not have disadvantage. During the time of cashless policy in the first quarter of this year, starting from last year, November, December, just like this time last year, I got to know that people don't spray in parties because there is no cash. Because
the money is scarce out there. So it is not until when the money is circulated, then you see this money changer getting money from the bank.
So this is what happened then. Like they improvise. Instead of you spraying cash, so they print their own money in that event center.
You give them the money you want to.
Yes, you transfer the money to them, and they give you the paper.
Paper that they printed.
Nigerians.
You see, this money changer can't be eradicated not until the bank's manager were being dealt with. Not until they were being dealt with.
Most of the bank managers are in the corner doing this.
They are in it. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Well, an order of His Honorable Court varying its consequential order contained in the judgment in suit number SCCV 162/2023, delivered on 3rd day of March 2023, to the effect that all 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes should be legal tender until 31st of December 2023. Now, I have a reason for bringing this back to the notice of people, bringing up rumors that at the end of this year you can't spend the old naira notes again.
The rumors have been debunked, so you can keep on spending your money. That's why I say good luck to the old Nigerians.
In a view of the above 1 to 10 plaintiffs and respondents instituted suit SCCV 162/2023 under the original jurisdiction of this honorable court, seeking the nullification of the policy on the grounds that the policy is unconstitutional, having been carried out without adequate notice, consultation with the respondents are pursuant to section 5(2) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, making the new naira note to be in full circulation in the respondent state and putting in place necessary measures for the easement of the policy on the citizens of the respondent state. And unanimous ruling on Wednesday, which was yesterday, a 7-man panel of the Supreme Court, led by Justice Inyang Okoro, granted the prayers. Justice Okoro held the old version of 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes currency shall continue to be legal tender alongside the new or redesigned version until the government decides to bring the circulation of the old versions to an end after its consultation with critical stakeholders and after putting all required structures in place. That was the structure you were talking about. Exactly. That once they start going to the banks. And looking at the affairs on how the new naira notes are being disbursed to the society. Yes. Well, I feel Nigeria needs to be great when we have our good governance, because everybody has power in their own jurisdiction. Talking about, the bank manager will use his own power. Even tickets, all this Okada ticket, they will all stick and use their own power on the motorcycle.
On their own.
Wahala. Well, let's move on to the next headline here. Lagos releases 20,000 bags of eco rice, pegs 50 kg at 43,000 naira, 25 kg for 22,000 naira.
3,000 naira for 50 kg. How much is the foreign rice? The foreign rice in the market today is about 50 to 52,000 naira. If ECO is releasing its rice and it wants to make it bearable for the masses to buy, well, I must give kudos to you, but I believe the price can still cut down at the rate at the rate of 40,000 naira per each.
Sir, I think I have an idea on this new eco rice. Although we don't lie on the station, we say the real thing. I feel this eco rice, we need to look at it very well, because the border has been closed, not yet open in the southwest. So how come the price of that rice is, and we didn't know if it's Nigerian rice or foreign rice?
Eco rice is Nigerian rice, it's not foreign
rice.
Have
you eaten it?
You can't bring this thing. If you could recall, about 2 years or 3 years ago, Lagos State here went to, I think, one of these states in
northern part.
In the northern part of the country, where they did a massive plantation of rice there.
Okay.
They announced it to the whole country. When they did massive plantation there, believing that when the rice is going to come out, at least the price will still be subsidized than the one of the foreign rice that we bought in the market. But with the way I'm looking at this, Lagos State can't just go out there and bring foreign rice. Since the federal government has shut down the border, how come are they going to smuggle this rice into the country?
Well, I feel if it's Nigerian rice, at least the price should be okay for people to be able to purchase the rice, because it's just I didn't see any difference in this 43,000.
That is what I'm saying, that if the price is still 40,000 per each bag, at least it will still be affordable for people to buy. Automatically they are still subsidizing it. And if we are buying foreign rice 50,000 for 52,000 naira, at that rate, how much more we are going to buy this eco rice for
Well,
the 3,000 naira.
There's an
And
adage
the
that
rice
says
that we are not even being sure that the rice is still be okay for us, for our own consumption.
well, I feel half is better than none. At least it's still subsidized. That with this price, people will still be able to get it
You
with their
remember
own.
last year or during the coronavirus period, when they said the core rice is around 22,000 naira. Do you see it in the market there? It is being shared within the midst of the government parastatal. At the end of the day, they will give it out to another person that is going to sell at a higher amount.
Well, Lagos State government has concluded plans to release additional 20,000 bags of eco rice for distribution to various designated markets for the period of Yuletide and the month of December. Lagos State government has concluded plans to release additional 20,000 bags rather. Now, I feel 20,000 bags is not enough for people staying in Lagos, because I feel people now from Ogun State will start going to Lagos because they want to get this rice at this amount. And you know, Nigerians, this is what they do. Once they get the rice for 43,000 naira, they take it to their own store to sell it at the rate of 46,000 naira.
Well, Nigeria, well, I believe ECO is still working, and thank God for the Lagos State government bringing this kind of idea. But 20,000 rice, according to what you said, 20,000 bags of rice is not enough for Lagos alone, not to talk of the outskirts of
most especially in this festive period. That's the needs of people. People will buy rice because of December.
Maybe that is what they have within their capacity.
Well, the state government, while saying that 20,000 bags had earlier been released in the month of November, added that the number represents 10% of total requirement of rice consumption of over 25 million estimated residents. Special advisor to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on agriculture, Dr. Oluwarotimi Fashola, disclosed this on Wednesday, which was yesterday, during an inspection tour of the Lagos rice mill in Imota, Ikorodu, in preparation for the festives. The Lagos rice mill in Imota in an agricultural plant in Ikorodu, a suburb of Lagos, Nigeria. It is located on 8.5 acres of land in Imota area of Ikorodu. It was built in 2021 and expected to commence full production in the first quarter of 2023, according to Governor Sanwo-Olu. So I think this is just a test run for the new rice house. I feel the rice mill is going to cut across the whole Nigeria very soon if they start.
What ECO is planning now.
Yes.
So ECO rice alone can feed the whole country.
Yeah, that's what they are planning.
That is what they are planning. Okay, let's wait and see what the pregnant time will give birth to.
You know, the Lagos rice mill is said to be in Imota. So I feel they have people that are already working with them. They just want to start with this 20,000 naira, 20,000 bag rather.
Let us wait. You know, our government are so full of promises. At the end of the day, they will tell you they are unable to meet up to the demand of the people with what they are bringing out. That is why I said, let's wait and see what the pregnant night will give birth to.
Also, the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Ms. Abisola Olusonya, assured that the Imota rice mill would be inaugurated soon. The Lagos State government has signed a funding agreement with the Lagos Commodities and Futures Exchange, LCFE, to raise US dollars 216 million from investors to reinforce the Imota rice mill operation in a bid to exploit its capacity. This is where the problems comes in.
Do you see what I just said?
Yes, they see every opportunity to extort money.
To extort money. Now, after the money is being given, to them now, at the end of the day, what happened? Before you get to know, this Imota that you are talking of, when you there was a place in Imota when you enter through Shagamu Ode. There was an estate before the entrance of before the middle of the town. There is an estate by the right that was being built by Lagos State government. The estate has been abandoned, almost 95% completion now.
Wow.
Nobody was there. What about the money that was invested on that land? The money that was used to build that estate. And
even if they complete the building, it will have been another revenue for the government.
For the government to make more money. At least the building should be rented out. Now the building has been abandoned there. What happened? If it was an individual person that bought that purchased that land, at the end of the day is able to achieve that what was on the land at almost 95% completion. Now the person will now leave it. not even minding where he got the loan from, not even minding the interest of the loan, how he's going to pay back.
Well, however, it was gathered that the sum of 300 billion naira, rather, wow, had been expended on the construction of the facility so far. Imota Mill was then commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari early year of 2023 as the country made toward self-sufficiency in rice production. The ultramodern mill, the largest in Africa and third globally, has a production capacity of 32 metric tons per hour with an overall storage capacity of 40,000 tons. Wow,
that's a very good
That's
idea.
Interesting.
That's a very good idea if we truly utilize what is there properly.
Well, the mill is operated by Wakot Rice Limited, a subsidiary of the investment holding company Tropical General Investment (TGI) Group, and is expected to produce around 2.5 million 50 kg bags of rice per year under the Eco Rice brand. Wow. Wow, I feel this is one of the development we've been talking about. Why is it that all this development is brought to Lagos State?
No, Lagos was the initiator of the development.
Eco Rice is just the brand, not the company.
And when they say Eco Rice, what does that mean to the whole Nigeria? Which means the rice belongs to the Lagos yards.
Well, let's move on to the next headline. Support federal government's effort to insecurity for insecurity to stop. Akpabio urges Nigerians.
If Akpabio is urging the whole Nigerians to support federal government for insecurity to stop, do we confide in the police officer we have out there? How many percentage of trust do we have on the police officers that are out there?
Thank you.
For instance, now when they normally advertise that when you see something, you say something. At the end of the day, when you say something, your life is in danger, they will come after you. That you are the one that sees something and say something. Because the police station in question that you are going to pass out the information, what is their relationship with those things that you say out?
Because apparently yesterday we had a news that one account officer of Ogun State that works with Dapo Abiodun was killed.
Was murdered.
They carted away with millions of naira from
the man went to the bank. But I blame the man in the extent which was the man doing with cash.
It's according to the news. He went to get the money for the state spending. So it's not like he's getting the money by himself.
There are other ways that they can channel the money from the bank directly to the account of the people that they are going. Are they paying salaries in cash? If it goes to the banks to withdraw the money for the users of the state, can't they transfer to the person in question that they wanted to transfer the money to? Or they don't want the money to be traceable. That is why they don't want to do the transfer.
Exactly my point. That is where I'm coming to.
So when the money is being given to them by cash, they will only take the money away. They will say they came to the bank to collect so amount of money. At the end of the day, nobody knows how the money is going to be spent. Now, listening to, now can you see what happened yesterday? I think you saw what happened yesterday. The life of the man in question now.
So, you see, I'm not saying the man that was killed does not have anything to do with the robbery, because I can't trust anybody at this point.
The man might not have anything to do
with it. He might not. I'm not saying he's not part of it.
Because they cannot give the information out there. At the end of the day, the man will be killed.
They could kill him because they want to get the money to themselves. It may be they want to give them the pass. So we can't trust anybody here because they are all of the government officials.
That I know somebody is out there that told them that the man is going to the bank to collect so amount of money.
Well, I think the police should do their investigation very well, because I learned there was CCTV camera that captured the event, how it happened on that Kuto bridge that leads to NNPCs. That was where the event.
It was quite unfortunate incident. Look at this now. If that didn't happen, a government official will go to the bank and withdraw a huge amount of money to that extent.
With bullion van, securities.
Taking it out there. Can't it be transferred? We have cashless policy. Now, when you read the news yesterday or the day before yesterday, on this news review, there are a lot of people that goes to bank. Somebody went to the bank, his own personal bank, almost two of the banks, wanted to withdraw 150,000 naira. At the end of the day, he was giving 20,000 naira. How come the bank released such amount of money? Why such amount of money was not released to an individual?
Well, maybe that was the reason why they could not do transfer, because maybe the money they needed was much more than what you can transfer.
If the money is much more than no, you don't tell me is there any money that is much more than transfer?
Yes,
that can be transferred.
There is limits in transfer. You cannot do more than some certain amount in a day.
In cash withdrawal. Are you saying there is no limit in cash withdrawal? Say that to the whole board and let them hear us.
Well, you see, this is not an individual. This is government and the bank. So who is the government? Government, you know, this is the state with the bank. And who owns the bank? It's the state. Because if Fidelity Bank is not what is not,
the life of the accountant has been taken away, which the state will the state now bring the life back.
Well, the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has identified how to stop insecurity in Nigeria. Really? Okay, let's check it out. Akpabio said insecurity will stop when Nigerians support President Bola Tinubu and the efforts of the federal government.
Are we not in full support of
Oh my goodness. How do we support someone that is not supporting us?
Supporting us.
The president, the government are not supporting the masses. So how do we support? He commended the security agencies for their sacrifices in the fight against insecurity in Nigeria. Speaking on the floor of the Senate, Akpabio said, "We believe that insecurity can and must be stopped, and it must be stopped by all Nigerians rallying around and supporting the government's efforts. In our people-focused legislative agenda, we place a strong emphasis on national security, recognizing it as a cornerstone for progress. We remain steadfast in our determination to work collaboratively with the executive to address, overcome, and the security challenges confronting our nation."
You see, there was a news that came up last week, which I think the defense staff was summoned by the honorable senators. They should come and explain what is going on. At the end of the day, what happened? The man in question said that all their effort of going to the forest to apprehend Boko Haram bandits, at the end of the day, we're being jeopardized by the prison official. What happens? Some of the prison official goes to the extent in which colliding with some of the bandits.
Okay.
To carry out their operation, and some of the prison officials' bank accounts were being used to collect ransom of the kidnappers. To give to the bandits so they can share. Now, their life is at risk. They will go to the forest. Their family members are at home. Their children are at home. Apprehend the bandits, the kidnappers, and later hand them over to the Nigerian police. The Nigerian police will take them to the court. The court will now give them a light punishment. At the end of the day, they that went to the forest to apprehend those kidnappers, their life will not be at stake. They will now go after their children and their wife and their family. Now, if someone who has access to gun and his family lives is still at stake, so Akpabio could come out and tell the whole Nigerians that we should support the federal government in fighting insecurity. Even with that, a core member yesterday on a live video said in the memo that was being shared to them when it was being posted to a state in Nigeria, he said that it was written there in the memo that if you are being posted to states like Maiduguri, Kano, Borno, he mentioned the states there that you have the right to let your family members know where you are going to so as to pay for the ransom when you were being kidnapped. That was what is inside it. In the memo from the NYSC, that their family members should know their whereabouts, should in case they were being kidnapped, so as to be responsible for paying for the ransom. Do we have a working Nigeria here? And Akpabio is here telling us. Do we have a working Nigeria? Well, I feel, you know, I've once said it, that the NYSC should be scrapped if they cannot post them to their state. And it is getting closer that we, so-called Nigerians, will fight for our right in this country. Because if care is not taken, before you get to know, the whole country will be destabilized. Now, I feel even federal government knows about these bandits and kidnapping and all, because if you're passing through let me say an express road that leads to another state, you will be scared because of kidnappers. For instance, a governor that traveled to what's the name of this state? I couldn't remember. I think it's Kogi State. It is not Kogi State. The governor is from, I think, around those Borno area. The governor traveled there stay back while his convoy and his security personnel went back to his state. The security personnel, his bodyguards, were attacked on the road. They thought the governor was inside
They wanted to kidnap the governor.
They wanted to kidnap the governor. At the end of the day, some policemen lost their lives. That has access to gun. How much more the life of the masses that don't have access to gun? So automatically, the life of our children who are serving as a corps member is at stake.
I felt maybe they were trying to improve people's mind on using the air transportation taking plane from one state to another. When they board a plane, it will give more money to the pockets of the federal government.
Transferring the corps member, they should be responsible for their
what they give is bicycle fee, and the bicycle fee is not even up to 10,000 naira. Because I remember when I was 7, I think the bicycle fee was just 2,000 something for traveling from Kebbi State back to Lagos State. Well, this is where we're going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget that our sponsor for this show is Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the show. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good day.